The river runs through the grounds of 8 of the 31 colleges of the university. Visitors can take one of the many punt tours along the river, or they can hire their own punt and try punting themselves. The first college we come to is Queen's College, which was founded in 1448 and is the oldest building on the river. Queen's College Bridge is at first sight not that remarkable. However, stories about the bridge are so popular with visitors that it is now known as the Mathematical Bridge. It is so called because when it was first built in 1749, its design was so perfect that it didn't need nuts or bolts to hold it together. The story goes that a group of students dismantled the bridge, and when they tried to reassemble it, they couldn't. So they had to use nuts and bolts. Unfortunately, it appears that this is just a story for tourists, and the original bridge was held together by pegs. This area of Cambridge is known as the Backs, as the river runs along the back of the colleges. It must be one of the most beautiful stretches of river in England. There are the spacious lawns and gardens of the different colleges and some of the best views of Cambridge. King's College Chapel, of course, is the most historically important building that can be seen from the river. There are 9 bridges that cross this mile-long stretch of the river that runs through the colleges. The oldest is Clare Bridge, which belongs to Clare College. The bridge was completed in 1640. In 1829, St John's College Boat Club challenged Oxford University to a race, which has since developed into the famous Cambridge-Oxford University boat race. Rowers from the university can be seen practicing just north of the city centre. This central section of the river that runs through the colleges is almost exclusively reserved for punting. It's difficult to imagine Cambridge without punts, but punting is a relatively recent activity. It only became popular in Edwardian times, about 100 years ago. The next building along the River Cam is the Wren Library at Trinity College. It was built in 1695 by the famous architect Sir Christopher Wren. Trinity College also hires punts for its students and for visitors. The names of Trinity's punts are quite interesting. Just as the word Trinity is associated with the number 3, so are the names of its punts. A leisurely punt along the River Cam past all the riverside colleges takes about 30 minutes, and the last college we are going to see today is my favourite, St John's. There are 2 bridges at St John's. The first bridge is the elegant Kitchen Bridge. It was completed in 1712 by Robert Grumbold. Sir Christopher Wren made suggestions on how the bridge should be built, so the bridge is also known as the Wren Bridge. One of the decorative stone carvings depicts Father Cam, the spirit of this beautiful river. The attractive red brick riverside buildings were built in the 17th century. And the beautiful new court at St John's was completed in 1831. It mainly accommodates students who are in their 2nd year at the college. Because of the way it looks, it is known affectionately as the wedding cake. Connecting the old college and the new court is the beautiful Bridge of Sighs, resembling its famous Venetian cousin. The bridge was built in 1831. Along with King's College Chapel, it is probably the most photographed structure in Cambridge. It is said that the bars across the windows of the bridge were to stop drunken students from climbing in after the doors of the college were shut at night. Queen Victoria described it as the prettiest and most picturesque feature of the university. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for. Thank you for joining me on this guided tour of one